welcome to Survival Russia. Behind us here we have the mighty Survival Russia studio. But hopefully we're not gonna go to the studio today. And so the plan is today I want to try and make a field kitchen. I want to make the field kitchen by the help of PET bottles and the bottle raiser, of course. I got inspired by this video by a viewer who suggested me to make a kitchen of this and this kind. And I was thinking, yeah, well, why not? So we'll go over to the old cold weather training camp and try and build this field kitchen. It's sort of like a proof of concept video for the bottle raiser tool. And also it's a little bit of a training for myself because I never built this kind of field kitchen before. And I might make one over at the winter camp when we're finally gonna go over and start to build the winter camp when my wife arrives in a week's time. Oh, that's gonna be awesome. Okay, so to produce some cordage from PET bottles, we will of course need a PET bottle, the bottle raiser tool, we have the troll, the forest troll again, we need the bottle raiser tool of course, and a knife. Any knife will do, but this is the Victorinox Pioneer. Of course one method is to just sit here and drag the bottle through here. And by then get the cordage. So first off we're gonna make a tripod and an A-frame. As many of you might know, making a tripod and A-frame, the lashings do not have to be really tight to begin with. They're gonna be tight when you split out the legs on them. And my plan is to make all the lashings with the PET bottle ribbons and then try and heat them in some tricky way to make them contract, thus strengthening and stabilizing the construction. So to make a tripod, we of course have to make a lashing around 3 saplings. I will start out with making a kind of a timber hitch. See how it works here. Actually it seems to be working surprisingly well, even without heating. As I said, I never tried this here before, so that's why I'm doing it. That's one reason I'm doing it. Training, getting it done. Another awesome thing about this PET cordage is that it's really easy to handle, I found out. I mean, I'm experimenting with it, so I mean, I'm not the sharpest shark in the ocean when it comes to this stuff here, but it kind of like almost rolls up by itself and doesn't get tangled up and stuff like that. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, one of the tricks with using this PET bottle ribbons or cordage, whatever you make, is of course that it contracts when it's exposed to heat. Here I've joined 2 broken parts to get a longer part. And this is just like a very intimistic overhand knot. But let's try and heat it and see how it goes. Now the knot is a little bit blackened. I don't know how well it goes on the cam. But anyway, that's a way to join these 2 ribbons here. Now onto the A-frame here. I'm gonna use this piece that we sort of like tied and melted together. Listen, this Trans-Siberian Railroad out there, it's 2 miles away. It sounds like it's, I don't know, right behind the mighty Survival Russia studio. A little knot here, I will try and crimp. Ow! Okay, so the knot is crimped. These are relatively loose. Let's try and put it up. Okay, so we're getting somewhere here. We're gonna put 2 across there between the A-frame and A-frame, so to speak, or tripod A-frame and A-frame. Gonna lash it up here and so on. Okay, so the basic construction of this little field kitchen here is done. It's actually a very interesting experience to work with these PET ribbons. They can break when you pull them too hard and so on, I found out, and there's a lot of small tricks to work with this. I found also. One thing we found out was, of course, that you know, the birch bark, when you burn it, it curls up and gets really close to the fingers, so this is not so awesome. So we have split a stick here to put the birch bark in. It actually works pretty awesome. And now it's time to melt the lashings, so let's get on with that. As you can see here, it's moving quite a bit now. So now my assistant here will start melting this lashings and see how it goes. I've tried to make these lashings as emergency situation as possible. It's with repaired ribbons, and I've not really tried to make them look cool and nice and so on. I just made them as fast as I could, basically. Here we have another lashing. You can see here it's actually very loose, and there's quite a lot of play in it. I'll try and melt that now. Normally PET bottles, they contract even at less than 100 degrees Celsius. So no need to burn them too hard. I tried several times to pour very hot water in a PET bottle, and it doesn't fare very well. The bottle becomes very small very fast. But this works pretty well. So after cooling down, it's a whole different story. No loose ribbons any longer. Anyway, the lashing is much more stable than it was before. We've not heated these lashings here yet. This is how they look, raw. Not pretty at all. Lashing over there carrying 25 kilos or 50 plus pounds. I didn't make her go up there, she wanted it herself. I would really like to use this slow Sunday video to thank the new donors from to the PayPal account, to the vehicle project. It's really awesome. We need like 10 more donations of that size and the vehicle will be ours. That would be cool, because then we can get started on it as SAP. And it would be really awesome to have a dedicated Survival Russia vehicle where we could go places. I of course have a 4-wheel drive, but that is the bread and butter car here, so I cannot use it for travel in the forest. But thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate it. So yeah, don't forget to check in on the Survival Russia channel, Saturdays and Sundays. Also, please check the links down here in the description, because there's links to the blog with the description of the vehicle project and the progress and so on, Facebook and all that good stuff. And until next time, get out and train it, get it done, and see you next time here in Russia, guys.